Cancer, welcome to your Astroflower reading for the month of February. If you don't know much about the Astroflower, please go down into the description below. There's loads of links there, especially to a 3-part introduction videos that goes into how we get the petal system, the elements and the qualities of your particular sign and how it interacts with the world around you. We also have the sister channel, which is called Cymatic TV, which helps you to understand the prana energies. We do energy updates, we do dowsing of energy lines and get the message from the earth, and also see how it interacts with your chakras and your aura. So all those sort of links in the description below. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed and clicked that bell, why not? That's my hard moment. Okay. So yeah, if you do, it will help us out on the algorithm. It will help this message to be seen even more. So even liking and commenting, that all helps out, and we're all part of this new paradigm, and this is a concept for the new paradigm, so do get involved. So without further ado, let's go through your monthly reading. These first 4 petals here, these are your karmic paths. These are the first week, this is the second week, third week, fourth week, and the influencing energy that is within you. We also have, this is where your karmic, where your guides trying to influence your karmic path by creating coincidences around you. This is the subconscious, where they try and help you with that inner conversation with it that we all have within us. And this is that interaction with the interface with the world around us. So without further ado, let's just get in to see what's happening with you guys. Wow, look at that. Very similar cards in a way. Reiterating, you Cardinals are having a real hard time by the looks of it. This is conflictual in many sense. Oh, it's getting a little bit better on the physical front. There's no doubt about it. Going through. Leap of faith. Blimey. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. What is going on? What is going on? Come on, guys. You're not making life easy for me. Gee whiz. A real mixed bag. If I were to put my life or my actions into anything, it would certainly be in the material realm. Although that is, it has its own complications. Obviously, once you start dealing with money and material and stuff like that. On the spiritual side, it's, a game of 2 halves. So this is how the universe is trying to influence your karmic path, and it's called the Hermit. So it's talking about a bit of time out, maybe, for you this week, and certainly in the first part of this week, because you might have to put some ducks in order, in rows and stuff like that, and get things organised a little bit. Simply because after that, on the karmic path, you have the 8 of Cups. So walking away from things that don't serve you, and maybe, spending a bit of time with yourself and discovering your own inner light and what you want to share with the rest of the world may give you that realization that there's certain aspects that are around you at the moment. This is only a week reading, yeah. So, that you might need to sort of give up. I think it's small things. I don't think it's a massive thing. I don't think it's a relationship or anything like that. I think it's more a case of, you may not, want to, you might have been going out for a drink with some friends, socialising with your friends on a regular basis, and it may just sort of say, at the moment, just sort of do something a little bit different, because this is the spiritual sort of path. So up here on the second week, It looks like you've got someone that's going to be coming back into your life, not in a major way, but certainly an old friend. It looks very promising to bring in a bit of happiness and stuff like that, a bit more lighter sort of aspects to it all. But above that, and this is where your subconscious is, so this is what the guides are trying to manifest for you around you, and this is what the inner conversation is that Five of Cups. So Five of Cups, when you realise that, if you be careful with your expectations in life, you're going to be a lot less disappointed. And if you keep investing and investing and investing and investing and there is no return, then maybe that's something to walk away from. Yeah? And it may be a case of that realisation might come in the first week, and by the third week you'll start kind of going, okay, yeah, it's confirmed, I'm disappointed. And as I say, I think it could be small things, and it's gonna culminate at the end of the month with a leap of faith. A lot of people have got this February reading as well, where it's a definite either start of a journey, or that journey is really building up like a swell out at sea and building up those sort of waves and stuff like that. Let's have a look on what we got on the material side of life. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is what the universe is trying to bring into you at the moment, this Wheel of Fortune here. It's really trying to bring in new luck, new ideas maybe. It may be a case of the universe trying to explain to you how to do things differently, maybe taking a little bit of pressure off yourself, because that's what seems to be on your karmic path, where you've got a bit of organisations to do. It's normally an inner conflict, card of conflict, but it's the five of wands, and it plays through that section there, and it's running from your physical side, and it may be that things that happened on your physical side, on your material side, it may have given you an emotional disappointment coming through there. If you're going to walk away from something, and we're going out this way, from your spirit of walking away from something, it may feel like you're sort of, I wouldn't say trapped, but more sort of penned in a way that your environment doesn't lend itself for you to be free and easy. And that may be the thing you've got to walk away from, the general environment rather than anything else. And you feel like you're being cheated in a way by the environment. That's what, inside you feel like you should be a lot further on. And that's going to provoke the magician into play. Okay, so on the spiritual sort of side, there's realizations, and this friend that's coming in, or this old ways of doing things, and that could well be the friend of doing things that you haven't done for a long time, may give you a fresh look on things, which may make you realize that there is certain aspects of your life that you haven't been really paying attention to, that you may feel a little bit disappointed in. So on the material front, this is where as we go back to here, we have that Wheel of Fortune. So I think the universe is trying to encourage you to make hay where the sun shines for you, because you're pretty much in your summer at the moment. If you don't understand that, go and get yourself an Astroflower book. There's links in the description below. You'll understand a lot about the human rhythms, which affects us enormously. And this conflict is more maybe an inner conflict with oneself rather than with other people, because it's in the inside here. And it may be this might be walking away from something that you do rather than from someone else, And this card here might be a case of you're kidding yourself. It might be. That's for certain people. Certainly not for everybody, but it could be for certain people. So this inner conflict, it could be you have to fight for your path. You have to stand up and sort of say, no, I'm not having that, because my karmic path on the material front is in this direction. And your guides here in the second week, and I think this ties in with this card here, with the Six of Cups, you've got the Sun. So second week, there's going to be a real bubble of pleasure that comes into your life. And above that, it's going to provoke the ideas of how can I make life better so I can encourage that sun within me. And it comes through from that sort of side there. So that conflict makes a bit disappointment. And this sort of side makes you free you up in order to start manifesting things that actually are really good for you. The culmination of all of this is at some point at the end of the month, you're going to have to take some sort of leap of faith. And it's almost being provoked into place by this, the Five of Wands and Eight of Cups. Yeah. So let's clarify. The connection between week 1 and week 2. And we'll clarify this at the same time we clarify the karmic path of the week. And then we're going to clarify between week 2 and week 3. And then we're going to put this section together as well in the end of the month and see what's sort of flowing through and see what's actually just flowing through generally on energy over the coming month. So, bit of a tower moment then. Wow, it's a lot harder than I thought. That sort of thing. I think it's going to make that realization. I think the tower moment is a realization from within yourself. And it's going to ask you to, take stock of your emotions and to be calm, collected, and etc. Because you got the Four of Wands as well. It is a real moving from the Eight of Cups, going through a transition, which could, sometimes it signifies marriage, but it doesn't necessarily marriage between two people. It just could be marrying your inner being to your inner love. That's what it could be connecting. And it's going to ask you to go through a bit of a portal, dimensional portal from one paradigm to another in order to get it. Okay? Let's see what's going on the material side and between the first and second week. So how does this all connect together? The Wheel of Fortune to the Sun. So the devil. It's a Capricorn thing. And the devil, or Lucifer, it's the bearer of light. He brings light into your life. Now, the light is not the path. The light is just there to guide you on the path. So maybe the devil's there to help you, to guide you on your path, to show you what you don't want. And if you... what are you doing floating around in there? You don't want to, go into extremes and stuff like that, and addictions and stuff like that. And maybe the light that the devil is bringing is knowing your own devil within you, which is that conflict that is within yourself and marrying across. And that's provoking maybe an idea of looking at oneself and this conflict within oneself, sort of saying, why am I like that? And then you have the King of Wands. Stay true to your path. Stay true to your path. And I think the universe will hold you through. I'm surprised you didn't get the Six of Swords, sorry, because you've got the Seven of Swords in the middle. But, I suppose you didn't get the Six of Swords right of passage. But we'll see how that sort of connects up afterwards in this higher section. Let's just connect week 2 and week 3. That's that letting go there with the Ten of Swords, and it looks like that disappointment. Harsh cards, Cancer. What is going down? It's like... It's like someone you haven't seen for a long time, and then that person turns up, you have a great time with them, and actually what they're doing is they're They're just exposing inside you that parts of your life may not be in tune with who you are, and it's not as fun as you want it to be. That's for one side of it. On the flip side of that, on the yin yang, it could be that someone comes in. It could well be that someone comes in and sweeps you off your feet. Someone that you know sweeps you off your feet, and that will, create a lot of ending of cycles within you, and to move on to different pastures. Nothing's ever green on the other side. It's just a light effect. Now that's come out twice. Okay, so you are going up there. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. So there seems a thing where you got your mastery, and you seem to be, by the third week, you're stepping into a little bit like a project or development of a project according to what you know and how you know things. I'm going to put another card on that because obviously I wanted to know about that, and it's I think you'll love it. I think you really enjoy it. It could be a really good opportunity. I think that stems from the universe giving you that wheel of fortune. Okay, so definite two sides to this story, but the two sides are definitely connected. They run coherently within each other, and it's difficult to separate the physical and the material and the emotional side of life by the looks of things. After disappointment, Nine of Pentacles, she's got everything at her fingertips, really. Everything you need. So, and there goes the Lovers card. So, there's definitely something there. This is turning out to be not bad. After a messy beginning of the month, it looks like the end of the month could leave you on a real high. It's and it's not, Lovers doesn't necessarily mean with another person, although there is cards that do suggest that. I think it's more a case of falling in love with what could be, maybe like a project and stuff like that. And it's not a project of like building or buying a house or something like that, although that is on the cards for you this year. Yeah, it's not really that. It's more sort of like an idea. An idea of a business or something like that. And how they all three connect together. Five of Pentacles. Oh, gotta get over that. Of feeling you need to be part of. If you do what everybody else does, your idea's not going to stand out. Is it? So you're going to have to do things a little bit differently. If you try and do what everybody else is doing, I think you'll get shut out in the cold. It won't be very successful. I think you've got to really think outside the box. Think in that magician energy. Yeah. Let's just see how this connects all together. You've got all of them. This bottom section here is a real choice to make. A running through, so it's the Two of Swords. Make sure you look at every aspect of it all. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. Look at every aspect of it all. And the Ten of Wands. What are you doing to me, Cancer? Gee whiz. I think the leap of faith is letting go of a lot of stuff, and it comes back to that of walking away. It's going to take the whole month for you in order you to do that. Let me just clarify that. Seven of Swords. And you get the Two of Cups. So you got the Two of Cups, and as I say, I think it was running through this way. There's a pivotal point between the two. I think the Seven of Swords is much more plays up on that sort of side of things. But the two sides are definitely interlinked with one another. Definitely interlinked. There's work to be done, but it's interesting reading. Hard beginning part of the week, beginning part of the month, Certainly, like a breath of fresh air in the second part of the month. That's going to cause you complications within you. So decisions to be made with that breath of fresh air, saying, actually, yeah, I really like that, rather than what has been happening. And then those decisions are going to be implemented in order to take that leap of faith. So there you go, Cancer. I hope you do. I hope that helped you for this week. Don't forget, we will be for this month. Sorry. We do weekly readings here on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Yours will be coming out on Sunday, so I will see you again on Sunday. Don't forget to subscribe, click that bell and everything like that. It'd be interesting to see how this sort of pans out for you, Cancer. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.